While the trade war between the US and China has grabbed headlines around the world, one country in Southeast Asia has been quietly positioning itself to benefit from the shifting global landscape. That country is Malaysia. As the US and China clash over tariffs and trade policies, Malaysia has found a way to navigate these tensions and use them to its advantage. With a mix of strong infrastructure, favorable business policies, and strategic location, Malaysia has been able to attract investments from both the US and China. Rather than being caught in the crossfire, Malaysia has capitalized on the opportunities created by the trade war to grow its economy and strengthen its position in global trade. In today's video, we'll explore how Malaysia has been making smart moves during these uncertain times. From becoming an important trading partner for both the US and China to rising exports in high-tech industries, Malaysia is finding ways to quietly thrive amid the trade tensions between the world's two largest economies. Number 1. Why the US wants to invest in Malaysia. The trade war between the US and China has forced many American companies to reconsider their reliance on China for manufacturing and other business operations. Enter Malaysia, which has become an attractive alternative for US companies seeking to diversify their supply chains. US investors are drawn to Malaysia for several reasons. Firstly, Malaysia offers a highly skilled workforce that's proficient in English, making it easier for American companies to communicate and operate without significant barriers. It also provides a stable political environment, something not every Southeast Asian country can offer. With a consistent pro-business government, tax incentives, and a legal framework familiar to Western companies, Malaysia provides a safe, predictable environment for foreign investments. For example, Intel and Western Digital, two major American tech firms, have significant operations in Malaysia. Intel has invested over $10 billion in its Malaysian facilities, which produce everything from microprocessors to memory chips. Similarly, companies in the semiconductor industry are flocking to Malaysia due to its well-established manufacturing ecosystem and reliable infrastructure. In fact, the US remains one of Malaysia's largest trading partners, with bilateral trade exceeding $40 billion in recent years. Moreover, Malaysia's membership in the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, allows American companies to access a broader market with fewer barriers, making it an even more attractive investment destination. As trade tensions with China continue, Malaysia is seen as an ideal alternative for US companies that need to secure a foothold in Southeast Asia without the risks associated with China. Number 2, China chooses Malaysia as a huge trading partner. On the flip side, China has not only remained a critical trading partner for Malaysia, but has also deepened ties in recent years, especially amid the trade war with the US. As both countries share strong historical and economic ties, China's relationship with Malaysia has flourished, with both parties seeing mutual benefits in trade, investment, and regional cooperation. China is particularly keen on Malaysia due to its strategic location in the Southeast Asia region. Malaysia acts as a gateway to the ASEAN market and is a natural choice for Chinese companies looking to expand beyond the borders of China. Additionally, Malaysia's policies make it easy for Chinese businesses to invest. The Malaysia-China Kuantan Industrial Park, for example, is a project that serves as a hub for Chinese manufacturers aiming to produce goods for the ASEAN region. The trade war has also provided opportunities for China to increase its investments in Malaysia. As American companies shift their operations out of China, some of those same companies are finding Malaysia to be an attractive alternative for sourcing and manufacturing. Additionally, the Belt and Road Initiative has further strengthened economic relations between the two nations. China is investing in Malaysian infrastructure projects, including ports, highways, and railways, making Malaysia a key partner in China's global economic ambitions. Not only is Malaysia a major trade partner, but it is also actively attracting Chinese companies looking to bypass US tariffs. These companies are taking advantage of Malaysia's established infrastructure and favorable investment policies to maintain production levels while sidestepping the high costs of US tariffs. This gives Malaysia a significant edge in attracting Chinese investments, further boosting its economy. Number 3, Strategic positioning in global supply chains. One of the primary reasons Malaysia is thriving during the trade war is its strategic positioning in global supply chains. The country's location in Southeast Asia allows it to serve as a natural bridge between the East and West. This geographical advantage places Malaysia at the crossroads of major global trade routes, making it a critical hub for the flow of goods. In addition to its location, Malaysia has developed a robust port infrastructure, including Port Klang, one of the busiest ports in Southeast Asia. This gives Malaysia a logistical advantage when it comes to transporting goods efficiently. Port Klang alone handles over 13 million TEUs, or 20-foot equivalent units, of containers annually, making it one of the key ports for trade in the region. As China shifts its manufacturing base to other Southeast Asian countries amid the trade war, Malaysia stands out as a major beneficiary. Foreign companies looking to diversify their supply chains often choose Malaysia as a base for manufacturing because of its modern infrastructure, established industrial parks, and access to global markets. Malaysia is also part of several international free trade agreements, including the ASEAN Free Trade Area, AFTA, and the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCEP, which further boosts its appeal. The ASEAN Economic Community, AEC, also supports Malaysia's position, as it facilitates easier access to the entire ASEAN market. This not only benefits Malaysia's own economy, but also positions it as a vital player in regional trade and global supply chains. Number 4. The rise of Malaysian exports, electronics, and technology. One of the key sectors driving Malaysia's success in the trade war is its electronics and technology industries. The country has long been a manufacturing powerhouse, particularly in the electronics sector, and has gained even more significance in recent years. In fact, Malaysia is one of the world's largest producers of semiconductors, printed circuit boards, and electronic components. The electronics sector alone contributes over 30% of Malaysia's total exports, with major multinational companies such as Intel, Texas Instruments, and Philips operating in the country. As the US and China clash over technology and tariffs, many American and Chinese companies have turned to Malaysia to meet their manufacturing needs. The semiconductor industry, in particular, is booming. Malaysia has become a critical hub for the global semiconductor supply chain, which is an essential component in nearly every electronic device, from smartphones to cars. In fact, about 20% of the world's semiconductors are assembled in Malaysia. With the global chip shortage further exacerbating supply chain disruptions, Malaysia's position in this sector has only grown more important. This rise in exports has contributed significantly to Malaysia's economic resilience during the trade war. While other countries struggle with the direct consequences of tariffs and reduced exports, Malaysia has continued to see growth in its high-tech exports thanks to its skilled labor force, established infrastructure, and strong relationships with global tech giants. And number 5, Malaysia's investment in infrastructure and innovation. The Malaysian government has placed a strong emphasis on investing in infrastructure and innovation to position the country for long-term economic growth. Over the past decade, Malaysia has poured billions into improving its transport infrastructure, including expanding ports, highways, and railways. This not only supports domestic businesses, but also facilitates international trade. One key example of this investment is the East Coast Rail Link, ECRL project, a major infrastructure development that connects the east and west coasts of Malaysia. This project, funded in part by Chinese investment, will significantly improve Malaysia's internal connectivity and facilitate the movement of goods. It will also serve as an important part of China's Belt and Road Initiative. On the innovation front, Malaysia has also ramped up its focus on high-tech industries, particularly in areas like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and green energy. The Malaysian government has launched initiatives to foster research and development in these areas, providing tax incentives and funding for innovative projects. By prioritizing high-tech sectors, Malaysia is positioning itself to not only diversify its economy, but also to remain competitive as global demand shifts towards technology-driven industries. This push for innovation is helping Malaysia stay ahead in key industries, ensuring that it remains relevant in an increasingly digital and globalized world. Why Malaysia's future is looking brighter. As the world's trade dynamics continue to evolve, Malaysia's quiet yet steady rise demonstrates the power of strategic positioning and long-term planning. While other nations scramble to adjust to the shifting tides of global trade, Malaysia is calmly making its moves, not by fighting against the current, but by steering it in its favor. With its unique blend of investment opportunities, advanced infrastructure, and strong ties to both East and West, Malaysia is proving that even in the midst of global tensions, opportunity often lies in the quietest corners. In the end, Malaysia's story is a reminder that success in a trade war isn't always about loud headlines or high-profile victories. Sometimes it's the countries that quietly adapt, innovate, and build that emerge as the real winners. As Malaysia continues to solidify its role as a global trade hub, it will undoubtedly remain an example of how a small nation can navigate turbulent waters with confidence and foresight. Now, what do you think? Do you agree with this video? Tell us what you think by leaving your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.